Hey everyone. So in this video we have created a new admin page as well as creating sessions and dealing with cookies. So first off, let's go to the My Account, and for signing in, first off, let's see if we're able to log into the admin page. So if we do the direct link to it, to the admin.php, it denies it. And so what we've done within our HTML is at the top of the page we have created an if statement, and this looks at whether the user is logged in. And so if the user is not logged in, what we want to do is when they try to access the page, it'll send them directly back to the PHP motors controller, which whenever we do this, we know that it's immediately going to look for the index, which then takes them to the index and then puts them into the default view, which takes them to the home page. All right, so let's go back to that, and we'll sign in as a user1 profile. Okay, so now we are looking at the admin view, and one thing that you'll notice is once we've logged in, our My Account has now changed to be able to log out, and it's presented our data for us. So it kind of shows you the user that's logged in. It'll have our email address, and then you'll notice as well that the client level is currently level 1. And so looking in here, the things that we've done is through PHP, we have created we have an array that captures the person's first name and displays it right here. And then through that array, we've captured the last name, email address, and the current client level. And so that'll present it within our HTML on our page. And one thing they also note is depending on the user and what their client level is, gives them access to the vehicle's manager account. And so one thing that we can do, since we're logged into our client level 1, we can attempt to go through and say, okay, well, I don't have that link. I'm going to try to go through the controller in order to access that. So doing it as a client level 1, what happened is it has denied us to be able to go to that page. And one of the reasons being is if you go into that, what we have done is at the very beginning we have created another if statement that captures, okay, if the user is logged in, and if the user levels, the client level is greater than 1, allow them to access the page. Otherwise, or else, send them back to the home page, which this has now done. And one thing that you'll notice is we still have our logout view right here. And the way that we've kind of accomplished that is going through our snippets. I've left mine within the header. And here, it basically goes through and we've placed it on all of our pages through this snippet. And we've done an if statement that assesses, okay, well, if the user is logged in, it'll come through and it'll echo this HTML, which this HTML is going to be our logout. And one thing that you'll notice is this logout action is tied to our accounts controller, and then the action is going to be the logout. So it'll go through our accounts here, it'll find the logout within our case statement, it'll destroy the session, and then it'll send us back to the PHP Motors homepage. Okay, so coming back here, so we'll log out real quick. So once hitting log out, it changes us back to My Account. And so again, this is something that we've done within the header. So it assesses whether the user is logged in, and if not, it'll echo this other accounts controller here, which is tied to the login page. So anytime we log out, it's going to find that, and it's going to show us our My Account rather than the logout. And you can see how that's kind of captured here. And so let's go back through And even when we're logged out, just to show you real quick, so trying to access the vehicles, it still brings us to the home page. Bring it right here. Try to go to the vehicles controller. It still brings us to the home page. All right, so going back in, we'll log into a level 3 user. All right, so one thing that you'll notice is now we're a client level 3. Our username is admin user, gives us our email and everything that we need. We're currently logged out again. And one thing that's new is it's given us a link to the vehicles manager page. And so if you come back into the admin PHP, one thing that we've done here is we've kind of done the same thing with the if statements, where we're looking at the client's level. So within our array that was created, we're looking at the client level, and if it's greater than 1, what it's going to do is create a PHP variable, and it's going to be admin link. And so within that variable, we've created this link, which is pointed to the PHP vehicles controller, and it's the vehicles management page. And then what we've done is taken that variable, and once that's populated, we'll echo it. And we'll echo that variable within our HTML, which now currently shows up right here. So if we click that, it'll bring us to our vehicle management page. And this is only accessible by being a level 3 client. And we still have our log out. You can now access this, and what we can do too is even if we go to the home page, we still got the log out, and we're still logged in as the access level 3 or the client level 3. And we'll try going through the vehicle controller again. And you'll notice that we still have access since we're still logged in as a client level 3. We still have access to that page. And so let's go back through, and what we can do is go back in, log in as the client level 1, and then we also want to check to make sure our HTML and our CSS are checking out on this. You'll notice that there's currently no signs or warnings, so it looks like we're doing good on the brand new admin page. And then we'll also check the CSS. Okay, so it looks like that checks out as well. And then we can just log out. And again, for someone that's not currently logged in, you'll try to access the vehicles page, it won't allow you to do that. And then a better example is if we go here, it'll show you that once you click it, it sends you directly to that home page again. Okay, so this pretty much sums up the video for today, guys. Thanks. Let me know if you have any questions.